Hey, what's up, everyone? How you doing? It's me, Mr. 4K Upscaler. So I do check my community feeds and my forums on various social networking out there, and the one thing I forgot to do, and I know this video it's long overdue, but ever since I got back into the OLED, people wanted to know what about the Gran Turismo Sport. Gran Turismo Sport's been getting a lot of updates and a lot of cool stuff, especially if you're playing a multiplayer. But everybody wants to know, how does it look on the OLED? Well, first of all, I already seen Gran Turismo Sport on A1E OLED. My friend has A1E OLED, and it just looks fantastic. And on E8 over here, it's no exception. So I'm gonna just kind of play through it a little bit and talk about it and stuff like that, just to give you my input on it as to why OLED it's a exceptional panel for picture quality on gaming. Remember the word that I'm saying, picture quality. I'm not saying that's necessarily the best gaming panel, but it's definitely the best gaming picture quality. It's very important to remember that word, the difference between the two words. This basically is the best picture quality that you can experience on enhanced 4K HDR games. Okay. And of course, another thing I want to point out, the reason why everything is dimmed out, the reason my lights are dimmed down is because I watch my OLED in a dim room. OLED, it's really not meant for very bright lit up rooms. If you want television that will give you that peak brightness, then you want to go with Q9FN, Z9D, Z9F, or of course Q8FN. That's what you need to go with. So let's jump into this. I'll talk about it as we go. Now, why is this so important when we talk about the picture quality? Well, picture quality, it's something where you can appreciate every detail in the game. And with the OLED, you are going to appreciate that detail. How do I know this? Well, I know this because, guys, I tried all these different televisions, okay? I have experience in past few years. I tried OLED, I tried QLED, I tried various different types of LED, LCD panels, LED backlit, LCD panels. I have tested them all. I've tried them all. Hell, I even tried the projectors. So this is coming from an experience point of view. This is not coming from some kind of biased point of view. As you all know, I still have my QLED. I still have my Samsung KS8000. It's not like I got rid of all my LEDs. But I'm trying to give you a reasoning behind why you might want to jump into the OLED, okay? When we talk about picture quality, what do I mean by that? I mean by seeing every and each pixel detail. Now, I'm not saying that you're not going to see that with the QLED. I'm not saying that you're not going to see that with Z9D or Z9F. I mean, sure, you will see that. But there's something about the OLED that you have to see in person just to see how every and each color, every and each pixel just pops out. Everything looks three-dimensional, Like when I'm driving this car, I really feel like I'm inside this car. That's the kind of picture quality that I get from the OLED. But why that is, okay, so let's break it down. Guys, you have to remember, OLED panel, it's emissive panel. That means that it's emitting every and each pixel, every and each tiny little pixel, that little organic light emitting diode, it's emitting every and each pixel by itself. It can be thin as a paper. It's emitting every and each panel, okay? Why is that a big deal? Well, think about it. If every and each pixel it's emitting by itself individually, guess what that means? That means you're going to get the best possible pitch black black digital levels, best possible red, green, blue, best possible white, bright levels, meaning that you're going to see the quality picture detail. So this is why I say it's a great picture quality for gaming. I didn't say it's the best gaming, it's the best picture quality for gaming. And especially for games that are enhanced. They're 4K enhanced with the HDR. All right. And this is why I always tell people, with the OLED, you're going to appreciate that. But you also have to obviously adjust the picture settings as well to get that appreciation. So Gran Turismo Sport, of course, it looks great. You know, I'm not doing this video to show you via my camera as to how it looks. I'm just doing this video as a credibility that I do have the OLED, and I'm giving you my thoughts and opinions on this matter. You know, guys, there is no perfect panel. I just like to say something here that if you're looking for a perfect television, and I know there's so many out there of you looking for that holy grail, I'm just here to tell you that you're never going to find that holy grail. There's never going to be that perfect holy grail TV. You just have to ask yourself, what is it that I want to watch? Because remember, the TV you're going to have in your house, it's going to be you or your partner or your family. They're going to be watching that TV. It's not going to be me. So it doesn't really matter what I think or what the other person thinks. You have to, when you are purchasing a TV, you have to ask yourself, what's good for me? I think this is the best. What I want to take away from this video is for you to ask yourself, what is good for me? Well, I don't know what is good for you because I don't know what you are in terms of your preference or where you stand in terms of your preference. So I don't know exactly what's good for you. So only you can know what's good for you. And I think this is something that you personally need to go out there and so I don't know what exactly is your preference. Only you know what your preference is. And when you go out there to purchase a television, remember, don't purchase it because you're trying to compete with someone. This is the worst mistake a person can do. Buying something just to compete with the other person. Don't do that. That's the worst mistake. What you need to do is you need to ask yourself, what's good for me? Okay, if it's good for you, that's all that matters. If you are good with 900E, that's all that matters. If you are good with TCL R617 television, that's all that matters. If you are good with Vizio P series or Q series, that's all that matters. If you are good with Samsung QLED series or KS series, that's all that matters. It's what's good for you. Okay? But I have to be honest here, and I have to give you the honest information. Yes, sure, OLED has some problems. Potential risk of burn-in, retention of the screen, static imagery that could have potential burn-in if you're not careful enough. Sure, it does have risks, but that's so every other TV has risks as well. That's why you get a warranty, okay? However, when it comes to picture quality, you will have much better picture quality enjoyment while you're playing the games like Gran Turismo Sport, Uncharted 4. I forget yet to show you that. Looks amazing on the OLED. So the picture quality, to me, it's something that I'm always looking for. Yes, peak brightness, it's important. Wide color gamut, it's important. But picture quality, it's also important as well. And you're going to get that with the OLED. So I just want you to understand that there's no perfect TV out there, you know. But if you are somebody who loves the eye candy, who loves the picture quality, OLED will deliver on that. And here's the thing, guys. You have to see it in person. You have to try it. Try it out. You know, if you don't like it, return it, man. You got 14 days. You might have to pay for some restocking fee, whatever. Doesn't matter, but you can always return it. You can exchange it. There's options out there, but you really got to try it. I wish that I could be here with you guys and show all this to you in person so you can see it. I wish that you guys could be here with me so I can actually show you the comparisons. So I can actually show you everything in person. And then you would understand, oh, I see what Mr. 4K is talking about. However, this is something you will have to see for yourself. But you got to be honest with yourself. What are you buying the TV for? Are you buying it simply to compete? Or are you buying it because you're truly looking for something that's unique for you? And if you're looking for something that's unique for you, well, only you know that. I don't know that. No one else can know that except you. I don't know what's unique for you. I don't have that ability to read people's mind and to tell what your preference is. Only you know that. I'm only here to give you my honest, unbiased opinions. And this is opinion. This doesn't mean that you go run out and buy an OLED. That's it. It's the best of all, be all. No, this is not what this is about. A lot of people take that the wrong way. They think now all of a sudden I'm some kind of an OLED fanboy. It's not true. I'm not. It's not my first time having an OLED. As I said previously in my videos, I was afraid. I bought into that fear of potential static imagery burn-in, retention, stuff like that. So I was a bit afraid of all these, propaganda. I'm not saying that they're not all entirely true. Sure, there's some truth to it, but it's been exaggerated. It's been used for a narrative. It's been used for some agenda. People have an agenda. Maybe they don't like OLED, so they want to trash OLED. So they'll write all kinds of vlogs, blogs, whatever, do all kinds of non-profit websites where you're going to talk trash about on Reddit, talk trash about all of this, all of that. And I was guilty of that myself because I bought into that fear. But then I started doing some more research. I started getting into it. I started talking to my friends in Magnolia. I started talking to professionals from the LG whom I met through some various people. I asked them to do an interview. Says they can't do it. It's a conflict of interest because they can't do any independent freelancer YouTuber interviews. So they said that they will not do it because it prohibits them from the district that's here in Miami. So I was not able to conduct that interview. But they told me, so they are aware. Listen, the LG is aware of the potential burn-in, potential retention, and they're trying everything they can to reduce that. But they also told me that, this person told me that the whole burn-in has been kind of exaggerated to the point where people feel as soon as you buy the TV, like after you leaving the house for a couple of hours and you leave the TV on, that automatically you're gonna get that burn-in. And he said that's not true. I mean, sure, it can happen, but that's like a long term. He said if you're forcing it, then you're gonna have a much higher probability of that happening in the long term. Okay, so. And I started, talking to my friend Alex, Will from the Magnolia. These guys, man, they live and breathe televisions. They go to these meetings and whatnot, so they know fairly well about the televisions and panels. They know me. They know that I have a YouTube channel. So I'm constantly in contact with my friends and with some other people whom I know. It's just that they don't want to be on a camera. They don't want to be, put on the video. That's their choice. But they tell me that it's been kind of exaggerated. And I do happen to, here I am, I'm almost a month and a half with my OLED, and still I have yet to see a burn-in. Still, forget the burn-in. I have yet to see a retention on the screen. And I am a month and a half. And I've been using this one steadily. People ask me why there's so many OLED videos, because I want to test it. I tested Q8FN. I've done as many videos as I can possibly do on the Q8FN. They're all there for you to see. The reason I'm pushing and testing the OLED because I want to see really how far can I push this TV with certain OLED light left a certain percentage to see how long before I, if ever, get that burn in. Remember, burn in. Static imagery. And I know there's some of you out there who are probably saying, oh, the reason you're talking nice about the OLED now is because you have it. No, it's because I told you. I needed to see for myself again. Remember, in 2016 and 2017, I never had a burn-in. I never had a retention. I go far as B6, and then C6, and then C7. 3 different OLED panels from 2 different generations. And I have yet to experience any of that burn-in retention. But I bought into it. I bought into this bandwagon of fear. And what am I talking about, fear? I'm talking about this bandwagon of fear that the OLED is going to automatically have a static imagery like this Corvette car will stay there forever, burn into the panel. I bought into it without doing more research, and I was guilty of it myself. Without doing more research, and I'm the most brutal self-critic of myself. I do evaluate myself, and I do look at my video and say, well, that was wrong. I look at some of the videos like, man, come on, that's kind of like you're jumping on a narrative bandwagon of something. I do look at my videos, and I am self-critical person of myself. And when I do make a mistake, I do apologize to people, and I do make that publicly. It's there. All my videos are there, guys. I have close to 4,000 videos. Nothing's deleted. It's all there for the records, for the public records, for you to see if you have time to research about me. I'm not saying I'm perfect. I'm not saying that. I'm a human being. Sure, I make some mistakes. But at least I can acknowledge the mistakes I've made in the past. And I can say, hey, you jumping into this fear-mongering bandwagon of telling people that the OLED is the fragile technology, that the OLED sucks, that you shouldn't be touching it. That was bad on my part. And I totally understand why there was so much hate, why there was so much criticism about me. People were upset that I was jumping on that bandwagon. They were upset that I was fitting into that narrative of saying, oh, don't touch the OLED. OLED's the fragile technology. So I was guilty of that myself. So now I have basically come to redemption where I look at myself and reevaluate myself and look at all the videos that I have done in 2017 and then realize why there was so much hate, why there was so much critique. People were upset that I was fitting the narrative on the OLED. Yet I was the guy that had all 3 different OLEDs from 2 different generations. I was the guy who did a 48-minute video of C7, So, guys, I bought into that fear, and that was on my part that I was wrong about that. Of course, there's a potential risk of everything. There's a potential risk I might get a headache. There's a potential risk I might have a food poisoning, or I might have I might vomit or something. There's always a potential risk of something. But this is why you do your research to learn about the OLED, to learn about how the OLED panel works, how it's being designed, what's behind technology on this panel. All of this research is out there. It's available for you to learn if you choose to learn. But I have to be honest. The OLED will give you a best picture quality. It's not the best TV, but it definitely will give you a best picture quality. Okay? And I'm not the only one that's going to say this to you. You can ask anybody out there. Ask Digital Trends, CNET, AV Forums, HD TV Tests, Vincent, Digital Foundry, ask any of these guys, and they will tell you the OLED will give you the best picture quality. And that's what you're going to be getting playing Gran Turismo Sport. All right, this video is about long. It's 20 minutes, but I felt like I have to get this off my chest. I have to explain this to you so that you understand where I'm coming from and that you understand that I'm totally unbiased here, but I have to be honest. I have to be fair. If I'm not fair, then what's the point? Then I might as well wear some jersey with a logo brand or something. But I don't have any of that because I am unbiased, but I have to be honest. I have to give you the truth. I have to be fair. That's what this is all about. All right, guys, it's been 21 minutes. Thank you so much for watching this video. And I'll catch you guys later with Division 2 PlayStation 4 Pro versus the Xbox One X. I'll catch you later. Stay tuned. Stay tuned. Thank you.